We've got a voicemail number. That number is 219-2-DAVID-P. Let's take a quick listen to this voicemail.
Hey, David. I was just wondering, do you think NASCAR would be more interesting if all the drivers were drunk? I think that would probably make it more interesting. Yeah, I think it's a pretty boring sport. Anyway, bye.
You know, I have had conversations with people before where I say, NASCAR is boring. Like, it's boring, and I don't find anything redeeming about it. And people will say to me, David, that's an attack on heartland values. Or they'll say, David, you don't understand what goes into these races where you are effectively racing the car to its maximum capability for hours, hundreds and hundreds of miles. Any small mistake in the precision driving that's necessary could lead to your death or the deaths of others, or
Yeah.
potentially the loss of a race which you were winning for the first 95%. The physical requirements for these drivers, it gets so hot in these cars and they are doing it for hour after hour after. I find it mind-numbingly boring. For whatever reason, I do find IndyCar and Formula One slightly less boring. And it's not because I have a preference for European drivers than drivers from the Rust Belt. It's really not that. I think it's that I believe that Formula One and IndyCar have more of the non-oval racetracks that I find generally more interesting. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't listen. I'm not to use the quote. Is this the hill I'm going to die on? It's not going to be defending IndyCar and Formula One. But even if the drivers were drunk in NASCAR, I wouldn't be any more interested, and I would be worried that it sets a bad example that drinking and driving is okay.
That's exactly right. Yeah, but I'd be interested to see how the inebriation would be standardized. Like if
Right.
you have a 150-pound person, do they have to drink 5 beers, and then a 200-pound person has to drink 8?
It would
Like,
have
how
to
do
be
you
done by
decide that?
blood alcohol level, right?
Yeah.
Which is sort of like the relative impact of the alcohol in blood, I think is the way it would have to be. But I think we're going way deeper than we need to, because it's a terrible idea, and NASCAR would still be something that I would have no interest in watching. We have a great bonus show for you today. 2 ways to get access to the bonus show. First of all, become a member at www.joinpakman.com. Second option, become a patron at patreon.com/David Pakman Show. We will speak to you on today's bonus show in mere minutes.